name is Alison Doherty, and I am the Assistant Director of Career Services for the School of Communications at Elon University in our Student Professional Development Center, which is our Career Center. And today I'm going to be talking to you about my top 5 cover letter tips. My first tip is to be specific. So a good cover letter should be tailored to each company, express why you want to work there, and reflect the qualifications you possess that are directly related to that position. Employers can easily spot a generic cover letter, so it's really important that you research the company and the position description to write a strong letter. So you can look on the company's website, on their social media platforms to do some of that research, but doing even more will set you apart, such as having an informational interview with someone at the company or listening to a podcast by the CEO, for example. Those kind of things will give you more that you can incorporate into your letter. My second tip is to use proper formatting. In terms of length, your letter should be about 3/4 of a page to 1 page. You don't want to go any longer than that, but also you want to have it a little bit longer than half a page so that it looks full. Your headings, margins, font size, and type should match your resume. You should have the date at the top, and you should also include the employer information, including their mailing address. When you address the letter, never use to whom it may concern, as that can be a bit vague. It's best to address the letter to a specific person. So look on the website or LinkedIn to find the contact who would be the hiring manager. And if you can't find that information, you can even call the HR office. But if you can't find that, at least using a slightly more specific salutation like "Dear Hiring Manager" can help. And then remember to add in a handwritten signature at the bottom of the letter. My third tip is to provide concrete examples. So it's really important that you highlight key responsibilities and skills in the job description and make sure you address those in your letter. So it's not enough just to say that you have the skills the employer seeks. You need to give real life examples to back that up. So to do this, you can elaborate on your resume by sharing 2 or 3 relevant experiences and professional stories that reflect the skills sought by the employer. And you can incorporate keywords from the job description so you stand out. A good way to do this is to utilize the STAR method, and you can see what that looks like here. That way you can really successfully connect the dots between your experience and the requirements of the position by telling the reader what you've accomplished and how it directly translates to meeting the company's needs. My fourth tip is to catch the employer's attention. So you can make yourself stand out by opening with a hook, a way to engage the reader and make them want to keep reading. So rather than using a traditional opening line, like "I'm ready to apply for blank job at blank company," you can include a short personal anecdote or a story about the company just in a couple sentences. You can see some examples there, and that's a great way to showcase who you are, why you want the job, and why they should hire you. Be careful not to share too much personal info here. It's a brief story to draw the reader in, and that's okay, but you're not writing about your life story. You want to keep it focused on the job and keep it professional. My final tip is to proofread and review. So make sure that you read through your cover letter out loud multiple times to catch any typos or grammatical errors. Even one error can cause your letter to be rejected, potentially by an employer. Make sure you have the date updated and make sure you have the right company's name and info. You don't want to send a company a letter that has the wrong company's name. That can be a very bad sign. And then the last thing I would recommend is have your cover letter reviewed at your university's Career Center. Advisors are there to be able to help you with editing it, with catching any additional errors, or to just help you through any portion of that process. And those are my top 5 tips for writing a great cover letter.